My name is Amanda Thompson. I'm a mother, I'm a sister, I'm an auntie. And I'm a yoga instructor as well. And I'm from Six Nations, the real six. Wisdom is not something necessarily that you find. It's already in you. Through everything that we take into our bodies, everything that's grown from the land. And when we use tobacco or sage and whatnot to pray, even our words, it's energy. And when we pray, when we put our attention to certain things, the answers are in us already, because it's in the ancestors are in the ground. They become energy and they become something else, like these trees around me. Everything is already here in you when you put your attention to it. The wisdom is there. It's in us. We just have to listen. When we embody wisdom, we're able to notice natural wisdom in everything around us. For example, when you're connected and you listen, like just follow your own intuition, it leads you to your purpose. So it's important to embody wisdom, because then you can notice wisdom elsewhere and hear it and see it and feel it. We can honor language by learning, and not only just learning the simple words, but also learning literal meanings of words. And you'll find, like I keep kind of coming back to these, our ancestors, the language, it really can connect you deeply with nature and with creation. And I think of words. For example, my husband shared a word before in one of his videos, and oftentimes through our culture, when people need a ceremony done to belong to certain things, in our speeches that we give, there's a word aknikowi, and it means that it's going to occupy my mind. So we turn to these things to occupy our minds, because sometimes the mind, as we all know, it can take you to really weird places, really dark places, really alone places. If you're able to occupy your mind with sport, with your breath, with movement, with gossip, it all depends where you occupy your mind. But that simple word, aknikowi, our ancestors knew the mind already. We already knew the mind could be pretty dark and lonely. And we know that when we learn these words, it gives a lot of perspective that eventually in time, you will feel alone. But when you put energy into learning the language, I believe it helps you know that even when you feel alone, there was someone who felt alone before you, and there's people who have felt alone or are feeling alone around you still. Wisdom in my language is not necessarily wisdom. If you learn language, you'll find there is no one single meaning to words. But Godihni Gohawanes is this big ideas, big mindful ideas. I'll be guiding you through a 15-minute flow. You can use books if you need it instead of blocks or pillows, anything to get nice and cozy. And I'd like to take this time to acknowledge that I am here on Six Nations land, which was taken care of, and give thanks to my ancestors who have taken care of this land for millennia before me, and honor that this land will be here after me, and give thanks to everything provided in this land that sustains me, my generation, the generations before me, and the generations to follow. And we'll start by lying down on your backs in Shavasana. So Welcome to your mat. Begin to settle into your breath. Call your attention and your awareness into the rise of your chest and belly as you breathe in. And then as you exhale, let your belly and your chest fall. And begin to notice where your mind takes you. Maybe you have replaying, reliving your day or your week or some past could have, should have moment. Or perhaps you're anticipating some future moment that could be, should be. And for now, see if you're able to follow your inhale through your nose. Send it into your stomach. And exhale fully. Let your lungs, your ribs collapse and let yourself get heavy into the floor. And just a little reminder that you can grab first sips of water whenever you feel you need it. And that the mind likes to keep us busy and take us out of our breath and out of our bodies. But for the next 15 minutes, see if you're able to make it your practice that whenever a thought comes up, see if you're able to notice and then come back into your breath. Know that the next movement is always in your breath. And then begin to take little micro movements. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. And begin to draw circles with your hands. And roll out your wrists. And then switch directions. And then start to rotate your head from side to side like you're saying no. And noticing the pathway on your head as you rotate from side to side. And then begin to draw circles with your feet, clockwise and counterclockwise. And then bend into your knees. Hug for your shin bones. And only if it feels good, you can start to lift your forehead up towards your knees. And curl up into a ball. And then lower your head. Start to draw circles with your knees. And while you're here, instead of focusing in on the size or the circle that you're creating with your knees, see if you're able to notice the gentle low back massage here. And then start to switch directions. And then rest here. Reach your right arm up over your head, lower your feet, and come to lie on your right side body. And rest here for a moment. Use your breath, send it into your left side rib. And take this moment to notice any areas in your body that might be holding a little extra tension, that need a little more of your attention in your practice. And your body is a great tool for movement and knowing your capabilities and where you are. So use this time to really tune in and connect with the little messages of your body. If at any point you feel pain or pinching, that's your wise body's wisdom telling you, get out of this. So please abort the pose if necessary. And then when you're ready, press your left hand down, make your way to tabletop position. So starting in tabletop, we're gonna move through some cat-cows. So we'll start with an inhale, starting with your tailbone. Start to lift your tailbone. Let your belly drop towards the floor. Push your hands into the floor. Gaze forward. And then starting with your tailbone, start to tuck your tailbone. Lift your low back, mid back, upper back. Tuck your chin. Gaze towards your thighs. And then continue to move as you inhale, starting with your tailbone, lift, belly drops, gaze forward. And then you exhale and start to round and tuck your chin. And then as you inhale, come to a flat back, curl your toes, send your hips up to downward facing dog. First down dog, so it might be a little sticky. Bend your knees, one more than the other. Maybe sway your hips. Your body is really intuitive, as I mentioned before, and really wise. So I don't like to cue too much here because I find your body can just know the movement to find comfort. As you inhale, lift your heels. And then as you exhale, let your heels fall to the right, or press deeply into your left hand. And then inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, let your heels fall to the left, root deeply into your right hand. Inhale, center. Exhale, lower your heels. Try to create length through the back of your legs. Inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, look up to your hands. And then as you exhale, step, walk, or hop to the top of your mat. Take an inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Breathe in, bend your knees, reach up. And we're gonna move through 3 sun salutation variations. Sorry, exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up. And then exhale, waterfall forward, lead with your chest. Breathe in, half lift. And exhale, fold. Place your hands to the mat and step your feet back to high plank. Stay for your inhale. As you exhale, tap your knees to the floor, lower your chest all the way down. Inhale, lift your chest, baby cobra. Exhale, come to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees. Exhale, step, hop, or float to the top of your mat. Breathe in, half lift. And exhale, fold. Breathe in, bend your knees, root into your feet, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Breathe in, press your thumb into your chest. And then exhale, land. Breathe in, reach up. Exhale, waterfall forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. We're gonna start to move a little faster. Step your feet back to high plank. Stay for your inhale. And then exhale, tap your knees, lower your chest halfway. Inhale, lift your chest to up dog. Exhale, come to downward facing dog. Breathe in, lift your heels, bend your knees. Exhale, step, hop, or float. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, let that go. Breathe in, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Breathe in, lift in your chest. Exhale, land. Breathe in, reach up. And then as you exhale, waterfall forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands to your mat, step it back to high plank. Breathe in. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, lift your heart forward, up dog. And then exhale, come to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your heels. Bend your knees, make your way to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift, and then exhale, fold. Breathe in, reach up. Hook your thumbs together. Stay for your inhale here. Lift in your chest, gentle bend into your elbows. As you exhale, side to your right for new crescent moon. Breathe deeply into your left side ribs. And then inhale, rise to center. Exhale, adjust your thumbs side to the left. And breathe deeply into your right side ribs. Feel them expand as you breathe in. And deflate as you breathe out. Inhale, rise to center. And then exhale, bend into your knees. Release your thumbs. Chair pose. Squeeze your inner thighs together like there's a slice of paper between your legs. Stay for your inhale. And then as you exhale, fold over your legs. Reach your arms up and back. Reach your arms up and back. Inhale, rise. And exhale, fold. Inhale, reach your arms up, bend in your knees. Exhale, step your hands to the floor. So breathe in, reach up. And then exhale, bend into your knees. Squeeze your limbs together here. Stay for your breath in, lift in your chest. Exhale, fold forward. Breathe in, reach up, bend in your knees. Exhale, fold. Inhale to chair. Exhale, place your hands to the mat, step your feet back, high plank. Stay for your breath in. And then as you exhale, move through your choice of your variation. You can tuck your knees, tap your knees to the floor. Inhale to lift your chest, baby cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, sigh it out through your mouth. Inhale, reach your left leg up and back. And then exhale, step your foot down between your hands. Breathe in, lift your torso up away from your leg. Arms down at your sides, gaze towards your big toe. Runner's lunge. Inhale, reach up, look between your hands. And then exhale, fold over your legs. Plant your hands, step your foot back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your heels. And exhale, let it out through your mouth. Breathe in, reach your right leg up and back. Exhale, step your foot down between your hands. Breathe in, lift your torso, gaze towards your big toe. Fingers stretched, arms down at your sides. Runner's lunge. Inhale, sweep your arms up, look between your hands. Crescent lunge. Exhale, fold over your leg. Hands to the mat, step your foot back. Downward facing dog. Then inhale, lift your heels, come forward to high plank. Exhale, tap your knees to the floor or lower all the way down into your chest. From here, place your right ear into your mat. Look to your left. Lower your arms down to your sides. And then as you lie here on your mat, start to notice your heart beating into the floor, beating into your mat. And see if you're able to slow your heartbeat by slowing your breath. And then maybe as you lie here on your stomach, you can feel a lift in your upper back as you breathe in. And see if you can let yourself melt, get heavy into the floor as you breathe out. And then from here, bring your chin to the floor. Place your left hand down under your left shoulder. Reach your right arm out to the side like a big T shape. And then from here, you can also rest your head onto a stack of books or pillows. I'm gonna keep mine on the floor. Then press into your hands, start to rotate onto your right side. You can bend into your knees like the little fetal position. And as you lie here, come to notice where you feel the stretch. And see if you're able to relax any muscles that aren't stretching here. So let your legs just relax and heavy. Maybe actively press into your left hand to open your chest, your heart space. And then start to rotate back onto your stomach, straighten both legs, roll back onto your stomach. Chin to the floor. We're just gonna switch directions. So reach your left arm out to the side. Place your right hand down underneath your right shoulder. Ear to the floor or onto a block. Press into your right hand. Rotate onto your left side. Bend into your knees. Try to draw your shoulder down away from your ears. There's a bit of resting here, so see if you're noticing any thoughts or ideas taking you away from your breath. And then take your next inhale fully. And let it all the way out. See if you can empty your lungs completely as you exhale. And start to straighten both legs. Rotate down into your stomach. No fancy cue here. Come to lie down on your back. So as you lie down on your back, hug your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself one squeeze. And then make your arms like a big T shape on the floor. Take an inhale, breathe in. As you exhale, let your knees fall to the left. And then maybe you start to look to the ceiling or look towards your right hand. And spinal twist. Breathe in, turn your gaze back to the ceiling. Lift your knees over your chest. And then as you exhale, let your knees fall to the right. Option to look to the left or continue to look to the ceiling. And as you lie here with your mind's eye, see if you can notice the shape in your spine here. Giving your spine a nice stretch and a twist. Inhale, look to the ceiling. Lift your knees into your chest. If it feels good, you can hug your knees, lift your forehead. And then on your exhale, reach your legs long to the ends of their mat. arms down at your sides. Bring your palms to face the ceiling. Maybe walk your shoulders in slightly underneath you. Tuck your chin ever so slightly. Continue to breathe and to relax your parasympathetic nervous system. It's very important that you keep your focus on your incoming breath and the outgoing breath. And if it feels okay as you exhale, maybe close your eyes. But if that's uncomfortable, just softly gaze to the ceiling. And then as you rest here on your mat, see if you can let your toes fall open to the sides. Let your whole body, the back side of your hands, the back of your legs, top of your legs, your low back, your stomach, your upper back, your chest, everything soft and heavy into the floor. And feel the support of the floor, the mat maybe holding you here. Under your mat or under your floor, concrete. Under the concrete, the soil. Take this time to honor your connection with the soil. And then maybe ask yourself the question of how it feels to lie here fully surrendered, fully heavy, and fully supported by the soil. Stay here on your backs for as long as you need to. Be sure to take a moment of gratitude to your body for the ability to move. It is a big privilege for us to be able to move our bodies in this way. Nyawa for joining me.